All right. Let's finally jump back in to Shin Onimusha Dawn of Dreams. Game contains scenes of grotesque violence and gore. Right. Good reminder. Oh yeah, right, I keep forgetting. This shit catches me off guard every damn time. Looking of Hamasaki Ayumi intro music video. Well, let's skip that because we're short on time. I don't know if I need to set this to English or if loading the save game will just change it to English, but just in case, I want to change that every time. So I guess we cleared stage 9. We defeated this dude, whatever his name was. 10 hours 43 minutes. I don't physically have the discs here, but let me just demonstrate to you that this is in fact 2-disc game. Well, I guess technically I do have the disc, just not in the case. We do have right here, somewhere. There we go. Shin Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, Disc 2. Still waiting for us. So I'm a little fearful of how long this game is going to be. Which is also why we should get on with it. Let's fucking go. These games get longer and longer. And this is the only game that's on 2 discs. Oh yeah, we just rescued Jubei, that's right. For those of you not following super closely, this is not the same Yagyu Jubei as in Onimusha 2. She's a relative, I guess, who calls herself Jubei. Yeah, we just bumped into this weird child monk girl. Can't explain this fucking thing. The atmosphere of this game, the tone, I feel like that's the thing that is like the biggest departure from the previous games. And I'm not super duper into it. But I don't dislike the characters. It just feels a little incongruous with the previous games. So Jubei's back in our party, and now we're learning that she also has the same, basically, Onimusha mode. When transformed, everyone else moves slowly. Previously hidden Genma and their moves will be visible. What does that mean? Hidden. It's not referring to that one type of invisible enemy, does it? Blades of Oni Magic, Triangle will launch the Shadow Cast attack. Basically, okay, some kind of bullet time thing, whatever. Looks like the usual JRPG tropes. Sort of, but that's also why it's different, because that was never a thing in, like, that in itself is a vast departure from the older games. While in a special charge, this is the thing that fucks me up, because apparently what you're supposed to do is press R2. I don't understand what special charge is supposed to mean, but it had me really confused about how to use these moves, but... Quick draw. And also, use the left analog stick with R2 to change the skill is also a terrible translation. What it means is, like, hold a different direction to get a different move. Beacon. Go into a passive stance so that any strike aimed at you can be turned against the wielder. Some sort of extended parry type thing then, I guess? Proceed forward while in a passive stance, go into a passive stance, and spin any strike around on the attack. Okay, so that's interesting. It's got all kinds of airy-sounding shit. So last time we were in this little hub thing in between levels, Jubei wasn't here. And Auden cannot help us combine stuff. So we can combine... Oh yeah, there's a bunch of lore that I... The game's already 40 hours long, so... but I discovered that there is a limit to... yeah, combinations left. I guess it says on screen. I was just fucking not paying attention. I don't know what that does. Okay, I do want a Pear Scarf, actually. But let's just expect what we can get here first. Crimson Ring. Warrior's Code. Aurora, that has to be a weapon. Flame Rifle. Red Fire. So, she will make things... I'm not going to make anything before I can confirm if Jubei will make different stuff. Because definitely they... Like this stuff... Yeah, she will make weapons for her. But what about this stuff? Embossed Mallet. Okay, so that's different. Okay. Combinations left number isn't going down, is it? No, okay, good. Because it said 3 on Jubei, but I guess each character just has a different number that they can do. Okay. Let's see. The Pear Scarf. Yes. That is an item that I already have one of, and if you have two, if both characters equip it, they both get like a really strong stat boost. So that's a good healing item. They can combine... I think I have one. I think this is like an MP boost thing. This game is all about management of 50 different things. Okay, yeah, I don't need to make that. At least... No, I guess I thought I had a ring that looked like this. That was... Okay. Well, I guess I can make the Crimson Ring then to find out what the heck it is. I think I'll want to make a weapon. The Warriors... Yeah, I can make a weapon each for Ohatsu and Jubei, I guess. Aurora, Flame Rifle, Red Pyre. Sure, maybe that's not a weapon. I don't even know. That's all I can handle today. That's fine. I feel like we want to bring, if we can choose here, I guess we want to bring Jubei just because we haven't seen her around for a while. Uzumaru, Flame. Yeah, you do. Obviously, you don't get any kind of. I think that's sort of a rarer item. There we go. Let's make that. Let's hope that's not a weapon I already had, which it might be. In which case, I guess we get to sell it. But I can't be bothered checking the inventory to see what we have already. Medicine level 1 is kind of a shit item, but might as well. More use to us than this. Do I enjoy this level of management in this type of game? I'm not sure if that is a question made in jest, because it would seem to me that it's very obvious that I do not. But no, I haven't seen you around here a lot, so that might very well be a genuine question. I don't mind. No, I think this game adds a lot of tedium by putting so much management shit in this that... Like, the thing is, if this was just a game, like, that's maybe fine. But it's like such a, you know, it was not a thing at all in the previous games. And like someone basically having the idea to like, hey, let's add this whole thing just feels kind of questionable in my opinion. So yeah, we've got 14 level ups since we last played her. Basically, managing, like, I'm not into RPGs either for similar reasons, you know? If it's a game that's entirely focused on managing resources, if it's about, like, you know, some kind of a management sim or like a racing sim or, you know, those types of games where you tweak variables and you see what happens and you kind of adjust accordingly like that, I can absolutely see the appeal in that. And I can understand why people are drawn to RPGs or other games where you manage a bunch of stuff like this. But I think in this instance, it's just something that, to me, detracts from what is appealing about the game originally. Like, the other games didn't have that element, and at no point did I ever feel like I wished it had that stuff to it. Because it's not so much that it detracts from what this game has. I mean, it is. But the reason why it feels more off-putting to me is because those other Onimusha games exist to me as proof that you don't need this stuff in here, because those games didn't have it, and they were fun. They were good, and I didn't miss it there. So by those games existing as a point of comparison, I can kind of look to that and say, well, in this game, I have like less sort of focus on certain things, because I have to distract myself with the game sort of stops, you know, grinds to a halt to do a bunch of menuing and management and stuff, when the combat, like, on occasion, the combat in this game is super duper fun and like really awesome and definitely more exciting and you know, anything in the previous games, but that's sort of offset by all this management that's required. Do I get a new technique for leveling this up level 3? I do not, okay. Now we know. Keep pressing the wrong button. But the thing is, like, by adding all these moves, I guess I can make the AI also, like, when I don't control the character would still have these abilities, I guess. What is Soki? Oh, back forward, right, okay. But even stuff like this, like, putting points towards getting new moves is a tangible reward and benefit, but a lot of it is just like, what is being level 1 versus level 2? Like, what actual tangible difference does it make? I really don't know. Keep putting into to deflect to make it the parry easier, but maybe I should put more into the actual critical attack to make that more powerful. Oh, Oh, and then this, like your XP or your souls rather. XP is a different thing than souls, right? I keep forgetting. That is just split between so many different items. Power of the Earth. 5 combo. 20. Do this, and then check. Oh, I should check the shop also, actually. So obviously everything is going to be super low damage by comparison. But it'll go up when you level it up. And in most cases, that's kind of been... Yeah, those who wield it will quickly gain experience. Okay, yeah, so... I had a similar weapon for Soki that seemed like super whack, kind of. Like 0 damage. Yeah, it's like I feel like this game taking long to finish, it's gonna be like a large part spent with this stuff. Like, if you're one of those people who just are allergic to games ending and just want it to go on forever, then I guess this is good because it'll make the game last longer. But it's not really making the game last longer. It just intersperses, you know, if that's what you're after, then you might play any game, just pause every 15 minutes and go make an Excel spreadsheet for 10 minutes before you continue playing. Like, it's kind of what this is, I feel like. So if I level this up, yeah, I can afford to level this up a little bit. No, wrong button. Yeah, it doesn't go up by an awful lot, at least not initially. I've got magic level 2. 26, like it's getting there, Let us level up faster, I guess. Armor. Gonna be like wasted if we don't actually use her, but that's fine. I don't spend money on a lot, so... These are Jube's weapon, right? Doesn't, like, the icon sets them apart, but I forget which is which. So many weapons, like it's... money found, that's like a garbage. I always have more money than I know what to do with, so that's like a useless thing. Sends the wielder into a frenzy, granting an excellent advantage for finisher moves. What the hell does that even mean? Finishers are like down attacks. Does it mean that I'm somehow better at doing those? Or do I knock down enemies more frequently? Or... like... I do think it's sort of neat in a way that the weapons have like unique abilities. But at the same time, like, it means there's so much more kind of... Again, management. You have to kind of keep track of, like, ooh, do I want this or do I want that? And it ends up being an additional variable to kind of worry about. Flame sword. I'm assuming... this, yeah. I have fire dance, but I don't have flame sword. Like, look, I have this much money, I might as well, right? Earth. No, okay, let me just... Fire, okay. It sells cheaply, so I guess this wasn't a super powerful weapon. Protection. Takes time. Okay, so this... Yeah, max HP plus 1,000. Leveling. Okay, that seems like it'd be worth leveling up. Oh yeah, that's the cannon type thing, yeah. Type slug. Its true appeal becomes apparent with use. Level max attack plus... Okay, so yeah, this is gonna get super buff. Acts against enemies. Okay, so it's just a fire. Okay, piercing, that's at least neat. Okay, so red fire seems like a bit of a waste, but if I'm fighting fucking frost giants, I guess I'll use that. But even that, like, having elemental weaknesses means nothing if I don't know what elements these specific enemies represent, which I'm kind of not gonna know, I feel like. Ugh. But hey, I can at least complete my my spreadsheet. Speaking of Excel spreadsheets. Legendary Treasure of Genji. 6 combo money. Okay. Can't use magic. Yeah, like dark resistance. From a practical standpoint, what does that actually mean? No. But the more if I buy more weapons, that's gonna be more weapons to like worry about which ones to level up and shit too. You know what? I'm good with what I have. I have too many weapons already. Let's move out. Oh, this is the first time I actually get to choose here. Okay. Well, as soon as we get to this mirror, we can switch it up. But yeah, let's bring Jubei. It's been a while.
大阪の西洋病院。
さようでござる。正式には聖イスパニア養生所。そこに大柄で腕に入れ墨のある異国人が運ばれたそうでござるぞ。
それロベルトじゃないか。よかった。病院に運ばれたんだったら安心だな。
待ってソキ。聖イスパニア養生所って名前が引っかかるわ。
まさかルイス・フロイス。
Yeah, Luis Frois is the guy.
どうしたのさ。
Roberto's.
一人でボケっとしちゃって。
Also, I thought we were leaving. Why are we getting this cutscene now and not before this section?
遠慮してるのかい？
Well, I guess from a sort of a checkpoint, save point standpoint, it makes sense.
あの二人見てるとちょっとばかし羨ましくなるよ。あたいの場合はあっちがいつまで経っても気づいちゃくれないからね。アリンちゃんは天界のことが好きなんだな。はっきり言うじゃないか。で、あんたはどうなんだい？
What is this? Also, Rip Tenkai. I guess he died. I don't know.
大事な仲間だし、兄ちゃんのように思ってるけど、これって惚れたとかどうとかの好きじゃねえよな。
Like did these two characters know each other before the game started? I mean, Jubei and Soki. And it's been 10 hours, but.
そのなりで言うなよ。
ジュベ、大阪に急行だ。ロベルトの居場所が分かった。
おし。
Yeah, these animations like not being synced up to what they're talking about. No mouth flaps or anything. It's not looking at each other properly. Weirdly budget for such a lavish game. But also, yeah, it really stands out compared to the others. Basically, the combat is awesome, and then everything else is varying degrees of awkward or weird or not very good. Soki and the others departed for San España Hospital based on a valuable lead from Minokic. Luis Frois is about to perform his vile experiments on Roberto's body. Well, we'll see about that. These weird slideshows.
あの驚異的な破壊力の源
Got the God hand, huh? A different vibe. Might work. Okay. Down attack? Nope. Okay. I remember how to play this game. Right, stab him? No? Okay. That lift slam thing. I still can't quite figure out that move. Oh, whatever. What's this? Map. Okay, good. Yeah, you still have to like pick up a map. Oh, still haven't been able to push those blocks in any stage that have them. I'm sure that's a Roberto ability. Ultraman. Oh yeah, I guess now we have 3 things, right? Because we have a purple bar now. Looks fine, but I can't seem to use it. Okay. Well, let's go this direction first, I guess. Yeah, the level design in this game has been a very mixed bag. Basically, some levels have been very convoluted and tedious to navigate. And others have been hallways where you fight dudes. I mean, not literal hallways, but because the literal hallways are too cramped, like these. But, you know, forest hallways. Okay. It was weird. Oh, I thought these were doors, I guess not. Oh, we found a key. Wait. Oh, never mind. I was like, I thought she had a red glowing thing on her head, but it was just her arm, which indicates that her special move is powered up, I guess. Sorgi, I guess his sword glows. Actually, let's try that. Yeah, the sword doesn't glow, but it'll any second. Doesn't take too long to recover, or like regenerate. There we go. Will there be enemies here now? Yep, there will be. Oh, this is new. Okay. Banish zombies, I guess. Just comboing down attacks, sure, fine by me. Oh yeah, I think I have my shitty-ass weak weapon that gives me extra XP. Maybe? I'm not sure. Remember that had flame powers, but... You know what? I'll actually... Yeah. Yeah, because see, it's level 3 and it's 18. And my other weapons. Yeah, this is my super buff weapon. 62. See the damage difference now. Actually, surprisingly slow to whittle down this life here. There we go. I'm a lizard. Okay. I'm sure that's a crafting ingredient. These dudes are going to respawn, so it's not really worth it, but... Get some souls, and move on. Man, I'm so torn between weapons, and I kind of want to get that other XP weapon. It's like, you know what? It's going to make the combat last so much longer. Probably worth spending a power jewel on her, right? She's got... Deal less health. That's her passive stance. Thank you, Sophie, for not doing anything. Oh, I guess you used the key there. But let's... Well, we have one level to spend. Let's see. Other weapon too. Quickly grows more powerful with the infusion of red souls. Yeah, because I haven't done anything with this one. It's MP 500. Oh yeah, this just has a normal damage attack boost. Shows its true might with normal attacks. Takes time to draw out. So this, yeah, you're just gonna... Wow, okay. This has really low damage, but... Even at level 8, it starts getting pretty... Yeah, attack plus 100. Holy shit. Seems pretty... But yeah, you're gonna have to put so many points into this. And that's not just like points that could go into another weapon. It's points that could go into armor, and it could go into any armor or weapon for any of 4 other characters. Ugh, that's the kind of management that gets so... So let's see here. 15, this is 26. Let's just... How much does that increase? Of course, it increases super duper slowly. I can't even afford to level it up once more. Okay. Alright, let's some defense points in. And we'll change equipments here. Let's also do this before we forget. Trying to think, like, I guess attack is just going to increase damage because when you don't control the character yourself, a lot of these things, like the critical and chain, like, the AI is never going to do chain Issens, so that's not going to matter ever, really. Oh yeah, we should... I need to equip items as well. Yeah, let's use this buff weapon. Defense max HP by 100. It's pretty decent, but let's... Pear Scarf. Friendship Scarf's the one I really wanted, I just realized, but I didn't... I mean, the Pear Scarf is better than... Yeah, 5 to attack and defense is... It's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, it's literally the same thing, but also defense. So I'm assuming the key is this door. Huh. Only charm. Is this... No? Oh yeah. Oh shit, I have... I should give this to her. Maybe I should give this to her as well. See, that's the thing too. I have 5 characters to keep track of, like, who I'm giving these, like, meter extensions to. Fuck it, let's give it to her. Is it a... valuable? No. Supply? What was it even called? Oni Charm? It drives me crazy. Like, you pick up stuff and you have no idea where it goes because it's not clear what type of items it was. And I don't know. You can see a little... Here's your Excel spreadsheet to let you know what type of stuff you've collected. Well, since I can't find wherever that item went, I can only assume that it was not important. It's triggered something. Okay. Did this move the block in that other room? Blood Axle, what's up? Yeah, so you bring up Monster Hunter. That's an interesting example of a game that also has, as far as I can tell, a lot of management. Oh yeah, the lever. Right, the lever didn't work before. Those games seem cool, but they seem like they require a lot of time and effort to invest in understanding them. All right. Hospital register. Whenever you pick up lore books in this game, they don't immediately throw them up on screen. So, oh, that was kind of cool. No, can I down attack? No. There we go. Kind of implies that you can kind of safely not care. Or at least that's what I'm taking away from it. Kind of weird how they keep phasing in and out of existence. Been lurking. Yeah, I've been working at this game for a while, but we spent the first like 4-something hours of this stream watching trailers for new video game type stuff. So you didn't miss much today, at least. Can't defeat them. Oh, you have to do, okay, cleansing techniques. Cool, but, well, I was gonna say it sounds annoying. We'll see. That's the Valor, of course. Okay. Dark Puppet. So, I wonder how. Could have maybe done that. I wasn't sure if it's gonna like deal damage. Oh, wait, did he get his life back, or was it a different guy? The life bar was definitely empty a second ago. Oh, we got him there. Probably a bronze. Oh, gold. Okay, wow, that's weird. I'm used to getting bronze on all these, but hey, that's a gold. Probably get something better than grass. Meteor. Okay, wow, we got a full ass weapon. Cool. This is where we came from. Oh my god, everything looks the same. I like the way this looks overall, though. This reminds me a little bit of Onigashima section of Onimusha 2. Sogi was just in time to save Roberto from becoming another one of Luis's horrible experiments. The group is having trouble controlling the anger they feel for the man who had almost killed their companion. Wow, that sounds like something you might want to show in like a cinematic or something. But you know, you can always just write it in text and the characters stand there and talk to really drive home their anger.
どんな実験を始めようかの。
I wanted to try her. Oh shit! First. Like doesn't matter if the whatever defense thing she can do. Doesn't matter if it doesn't trigger. It's still cooldown is the same. Right? Surely he's gonna like summon something, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. No, that's not what I. What's she waving at? Oh, that's just her idle animation. Oh, and I can't... Let's see. Okay, so I guess I'm just supposed to... Oh, she can heal up, I guess. Am I supposed to punch those swords? Maybe not. Nope, okay. I tried to block, but I was... Right, this is a switch. No. Can't interact with it anyway. Am I supposed to cleanse these swords? I guess so. Can I? Nope. Why do I even ask if I can down attack? Oh yeah, right. This doesn't have a magic. I don't like the going on with this hair clock situation. Ah, cool. They both. Wait, I had a resurrection item. No, right. I have Oni mode. That's a thing in this game. Well, I don't think I'm gonna. Like, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to do something to prevent that. Something that wasn't like beat the boss. Oh, I guess he's up there maybe, but I can't switch because she's dead. Okay. Kind of a weird fight, but once you understand what's going on, it might be sick. Nope, I pressed R2, but I didn't have to. I wanted the time to see if I can hit with the cleansing attack when they were like... when they weren't like idle, when they were like moving forward, but... Seems to have kind of effect, really. It didn't do those glowy blue orbs previously. Well, they were around when he did the weird time thing, which I assumed had something to do with that, but I guess that wasn't the case. So, like, look at this. Well, as soon as I can, I'll do the cleansing attack with him. Let's see. No? Oh, there we go. Okay. Did I need to down stab him? Once again. No, shit. I saw the... Oh, wow, okay, I lucked out there. My previous suspicions, I guess, were mostly accurate. I just lucked out in managing to do it. Oh, okay, no, that didn't hit him, I guess. Maybe it's just a matter of damage? Looks like we're about to die. Nice, I used my iframes, that was sick. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess I can give him a healing item. I don't know what you're supposed to do, because for some reason, like, down attacks just don't seem to ever hit on bosses, but I just really lucked out there, and I didn't need to use, but oh well, whatever. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, okay, now it just worked. It just, like, instantly fell on the floor. Think? Oh my god. Nope. Because, yeah, they're like fainting. But the hitbox is so fucked anyway, you can't like there's such a delay. Oh, you do way more damage in this one here, so should be fine. I should have swapped to the XP weapon right as I killed him. That was kind of a weird fight. Luis was defeated, but his trap was set. The group was surrounded by Genma and were in terrible danger when Luis underwent a sudden transformation. Yeah, a weirdly underwhelming boss, because the bosses have actually been pretty sick in this game. With his change in appearance, Luis has also undergone a change in personality. The look of menace is abated for now.
早くロベルトを連れてこっからお逃げくだされ。私がこの現場ローゼンクランツの動きを止めている間に早く。
Lord Rosencrantz? The old bone priest? Group takes Roberto something something. I guess they mentioned him before. Oh, that's a pretty short stage at least. Like that, the stage didn't wear out its welcome, but boss was kind of whatever. Okay, well, Roberto's kind of in our party now, I guess. No, I only need to say once. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's like boss fights like make use of the mechanics of the game, which sounds like an obvious thing to say, but that's like a good thing. So there may well have been just mechanics starting to stack up in such a way where there's just stuff that was going on that I wasn't aware of, and you know, maybe if you understand how to circumvent certain things, it's not that big a deal. I'm just glad I was able to get through it. It is the worst boss in the game. I see. Well, if things aren't getting worse, then that's good.
10兵衛の言う通りだ。
Fought together for like half a stage once.
そうか。
気にすんなって。ってあれ？
ロベルト、日本語喋れるのか？
ああ、隠していてすまない。実は
Oh, that's
い
convenient.
や、まあいいや。その辺の事情は体調が万全になってからで。
そうだよ。
Like, to be clear, I'm not opposed to the idea that they are like, fuck it, we're friends, we're sticking together, let's do this. Like, I think that's great.
まだ動ける体ではない
It's just a little, like,
とにかく今はゆっくり休んで。
for how long-winded certain things are, like, it sometimes seems like they're
いや、
glossing over how some of these relationships are formed, or like even when like I said, the fact that they are suddenly or very quickly bonding, I don't mind that, but they're not like drawing attention to that fact. They're just like, no, but we're in this together, we're and it's like, are we really? Well, okay, whatever, sure, it's fine. Like, yeah, I mean, I absolutely want to make clear that I wouldn't ever want to complain about, like, I don't want the characters to not be friends. That's not going to make it any more fun. What we're seeing on screen and what the characters are describing just seems like it doesn't quite match up. That's all. High rush. Okay, this is... Every attack will link into a devastating multi-hit combination. That's like his thing. Let's see. Death Grip. Throw, yank. Overflow. Grab the enemy and hold and keep flooding them with energy. Alright. Alright. Lizard, okay. S drive med. What does that do? Not the only, well, maybe it is the, yeah, okay, right. It's the purple gauge. That would make sense. Redemption. Schwerlight. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of weapons, so I guess, I mean, I can buy him a bunch, but I don't think I need to make weapons for the other characters, so I might as well make something for him. I'm sure he's gonna have a bunch of skills, because I don't think we ever, like, leveled him up, really. Yeah, I think it's always interesting to revisit a game free of its context as a, like, on some level, of course, everything needs to be judged in its context. But at the same time, I think coming to something from a somewhat more detached perspective can help not have a more objective or neutral perception on a game necessarily, but it's more so that when you're, like, when a game is new, I think you have no choice but to see it in the perspective of, like, in relation to its contemporaries. And obviously it has to be understood that a game's made in the context of its contemporaries. But in some cases, not everything is made as a response to something else. And I was talking a lot about this the other year when we were playing Pitfall 3D, which is a game that I really, really liked. And I can understand if, which I kind of assume, it was not probably received super well. Probably didn't review great, because it was very, it would likely have come across as very old-fashioned. But And I would probably not have liked it as much either at the time. But coming to it later, and you're not like... It doesn't make that much difference if a game came out in 95 or 96 or 98. It's just like old, and you look at it divorced from current trends or expectations. And in that context, when you divorce it from those expectations, you can kind of see it in a different light. And I mean, I guess that can go both ways, because in something like this, you end up with something that just feels bizarrely tedious and overwrought. Whereas if you played them as they came out, you would see it in a different way. And I can see, not even necessarily putting it in the context of the other Onimusha games, but the specific things that I'm finding kind of tedious with this is stuff that I find tedious in a lot of other games too. Like, it's not unique to this game, or it's not uniquely it's not uniquely different from the other Onimusha games, and disappointing in that context. I think it's both a matter of trends shifting in general over that sort of time frame that the series came out, but also probably, as you said, like, you know, some changes maybe being made in response to certain things, like there being a desire for games to be longer or being more involved or something or other. I don't know. And I can see how some people, if you're really into this stuff, if you're into RPGs, for example, that this is a welcome element. To me, it is not a particularly welcome element, but let's see, let's find, get one more move here. Let's just try to see what we get from this. Okay, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the down attack. That was probably worth it. All right. So, I don't know, it's kind of a weird game in how incredibly different it is. And I both have a little bit of an annoyance with it's just changing things, but mostly it's just the things that I think they change are 47, damn, okay. Stuff that take it in a direction away from what I like and towards stuff I like less. Gravity charm. Secretly charged him. Okay, whatever. Oh, you can just buy these. Yeah, right. I guess, I mean, this is not the worst thing to put money into, honestly. Let's get this to Roberto. I guess, can I just put it to anyone right now? Yeah. Yeah, he's like... Yeah, I should have fucking saved those other items for him. He needs it. Okay. These are the other gloves we got. Level 1. Lower starts magic K. Lowers MP consumption. That's nice. Okay, so this is like good for special moves. Knuckle guards. This is his default weapon, I think. Protect the wearer's fists. Defense, yeah. Sky gloves. They're the most powerful right now. Might as well. Well, we'll worry about that. We'll I'm pretty sure this get kind of like de-equipped, or they're available to equip if you pick another character. Actually, what does it look like if I do this? can't pick it here, but I think that's probably because technically, like, they're all in our party currently. Well, let's see how it works out. Yeah, I can talk to them, or we can just move on. What are we supposed to do? I always feel like confused about what the, like, what we're meant to do.
ロベルト、あんたもう動けるのかい？
I mean, not that I'm confused what I'm supposed to do. I just mean, like, in a story point of view.
だが回復までに時間がかかりすぎてしまった。
まああれだ
Like,
け
the
痛めつ
flow
け
of
ら
the
れたら
narrative
そりゃ
feels
仕方ないだろ
very stunted, probably because
2
of
ヶ月も時間を無駄にし
a
た。
lot of this menu shit.
ただね。
Like, I think it's partially with how the game is presented also.
それに俺たちだっていい休養になったぜ。
現場たちの動きもおとなしかったでござるよ。
Yeah, I feel like those two guys just like, ugh.
俺はこれから沢山城へ行く。
But I think it's like a combination of
ああ
it being sort of,
力に
there's a lot of dialogue, so the dialogue that's important versus not
そいつを
important
取りに
gets kind of,
すぐに戻るから。
the important stuff can get a little bit lost. They have dialogues that are presented in a visually kind of boring
どういう
way,
意味だ。
ロベルトが行くなら俺たちも行
and
く
it's
さ。
all interspersed with
よし
these very
沢山城
extensive
だな。
menu
みん
sessions.
な準備だ。
一回言ってるから慣れたもんだぜ。ちょろいちょろい。
It's not like
可能性が高いから。
egregiously terrible or anything, but I do think it stands in contrast to
お初ね頭いいな。
the kind of snappy
ちょっと待って。
narrative of the other games.
俺の忘れ物を取りに行くんだ。
Like, the pacing of this
お
game
前たち
is
を巻き込むつもりは
bad.
ない。
ロベルト、もし俺がお前と同じように忘れ物したから
And
沢
I'm
山
not
城に
sure
行
how
くっ
much
て
of
言ったら
it is my fault.
行ってらっしゃいって見送って終わりにするのか？
仲間というのはそういうものよ、ロベルト。さあ、行きましょう。
そうなのか。
Dark Castle. That's a classic game. Anyone else a fan of 80s Macintosh black and white action adventure games? The group has returned to the dungeon beneath Sawayama Castle where Roberto was being held. He has forgotten something very important to him, and they have already returned to the cell to help him look for it. However, the dark essence surrounding the area has grown stronger since the last time. We're just retreading. Alright, just going back. Follow Roberto's lead and find a shortcut leading to the cell below the castle. Okay, well, I guess we don't have to redo the entire level at least. I think this game should have been a PS3 launch title. No voice all of a sudden, yeah. Do we finally get to learn how to deal with boxes now? Flimsy box, huh? Flimsy? Okay, whatever. Well, I think, it would have... I mean, the game is at least running very nicely. Did I just... Yeah, I can just see the door here. Fun? No, okay. Barely touching it. Hey, what's up, Dino? Okay, you literally just like... Wow, yeah, that's awkward. Just sort of nudging it a tile at a time. That's a little weird. Anyway, let's go. I don't think the game is in any way suffering from being on PS2.
沢山城の地下に大事な忘れ物があるため取りに行くという。
Perfect health.
せっかく再
So we need
開した
Ohatsu to
仲
blow
間を
up
一人
this
で行か
door.
せるわけにはいかない。
That shit is like this game
ソー
is
プ
so
たちはロベル
tedious.
トに同行し、かつて激戦を繰り広げ
Aggressively.
た沢山へと再び足を踏み入れることとなった。
It's all this thing. But you know, it's interesting to think the PS3 launch was not very good in terms of games. It was not very good in terms of many things, I suppose. And I think it's fair to say that this would have been like just this exact game basically, but in, I don't know, 16:9 and 720p. Would have been Would have been quite the appealing prospect. Of course. So can I open this, or do I just fucking need a tiny person now? It's too dangerous to pull. Well, I guess it's... Well, maybe because he's fucking standing on it. But I guess if I pull the lever... Oh, okay. It's one of these things, huh? Wait, just trying to push it. Yeah. Good enough, maybe? Nope. Okay, I guess I can do this. Everything involving, like, managing 2 characters is a little bit of a nightmare in this game. Drive jewel, okay, cool. I mean, I guess he can get that then. Anyway, Dino, it's good with you. Hope you're doing well. Of course. It's like nothing can be smooth and fun. It has to be... Oh, there we go. This has to be made to be as annoying as humanly possible. Oh, I guess I don't need to wait for him. I'll just unlock this and he'll just teleport with me. Let's look. Yeah, exactly. That little hatch. It's a little something or other. Okay, I guess it... Okay, sure. Oh, that's a very good down attack. Oh yeah, I have a charge thing though. Okay, that looked weird. Anyway, he's the best character for sure. Puzzle box. So we had some really tricky ones for a while, and then they got super easy. So... let's, Well, that's no good. 2 moves! This might be one of the trickier ones. Probably should have done that before. Okay, well, whatever. Never mind. I accidentally solved it. Alright, so... did I equip the right weapon here? Too much to keep track of. Quickly increasing experience gain, so they're weak. Alright, whatever. So can I... now... no, oh my god, this stays equipped on her even though she's not in the level. That is such bullshit. Okay. I thought for sure it didn't do that before, but... well, I guess that extends the playtime because we need to make sure to unequip everything in between levels. In case we want to switch characters. I guess I should sell some of this shit. Increase defense by 1 is kind of a useless item. Do that, I guess. So the Pear Scarf is useless for him now too. So what else we got? Only magic MP consumption decreased by 25%. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh yeah, so I guess I have... this doesn't even need to be equipped. Or did I have it equipped? I guess not. Who knows? Who knows? This game is inscrutable. Not even my huge brain can comprehend the depths of this game. So this was all for that, I suppose. Well. Guess we'll push another cube and find another little hatch over here. I guess will take us to whatever was on the other side of that little pile of rubble. I like that we don't even need to uncover the entirety of the hatch. We can just squeeze on through, I suppose. The juggle combos are pretty sick. Like, there's a lot of really sick shit in this game. And then it's all, like, offset by the tedium. I don't know. I'm so torn on where I'm standing on this game. I still kind of like it, but I just wish I liked it more? I don't know. Alright, let's see. So, how do... Okay, so this should go... Okay. I need to carefully consider the order here. The other one needs to go around. Fuck, this is bad. Well, I'm screwed here. I need to move this first before I do this. There we go. There we go. The boss mallet. So I guess that's an item. Is that something you equip? Is it something you use? Not here, so it's not an ingredient. It's not a crafting thing, and it's not an item use. Is it a weapon? Because I could craft some kind of mallet for... Well, I guess I don't know if it was for her. But no, it's not a supply. It's not a document. Or a valuable. So we got the mallet thing right now. We also collected... Was that a crimson ring? No, we crafted that. And I don't even know where it went. Because it's not a ring. Like, it's not here. Like, we'll never know. We just got an item that is somewhere doing something. Ostensibly. The fact that the game has, like, enough menus and shit for us to kind of lose track of those kinds of things is, kind of not great. In my humble opinion. Wait, is this... Isn't this taking us like a wait? No, never mind. That's into the building. Is this a new enemy type? I think so, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, what's this R2 thing? That's like a grab thing. It's got a lot of health. Oh yeah, it's totally... nope. Oh, absorb souls, that's what the left thing is. I forgot about that. Block, nope. Oh. Nope, I'm dead. Sorry, died. Okay, those guys are putting up way more of a fight than I expected. I blocked. I mean, I did. I did press the L2 button, but it clearly didn't help me. Block. Nope. Nope. Nice. Dude, the Isen is so fucking satisfying in this game. It's got a lot of health. Why is it still, like, beaming? Fuck, Fuck, I didn't get the armor breaking kick. Or, armor breaking Issen, rather. Oh, that was pretty bad. The kicks will break the opponent's armor. Okay. And sometimes when you break their armor, it seems like you can kind of instantly just follow up with an Issen, which is extremely satisfying. But I didn't get it to trigger there, for one reason or another. Yeah, we had to fuck around a bunch. Yeah, the map here is holy shit. Like, each Onimusha has, like, its own unique method of making their maps kind of incomprehensible. In Onimusha 3, stuff was just kind of spread out in a weird way. Even when stuff was like multiple floors, they were like next to each other on the map. But here it's the opposite, where multiple floors are just literally stacked onto each other. So what do I want to level up? Yeah, this is like the experience plus thing. 50. Okay, this is good. Okay, what is it like? 29, like 47. Right, let's see where this goes. Yeah. Let's go with the redemption gloves because a little bit less damage. But we can use a lot more magic. Better magic. Did I level up in between here? I did not. What about Soki? Yeah, he did level up. Alright. I lack the key necessary. There's a ladder here? Yeah. So we were in this place before. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. I think the other characters weren't strong enough to pull that lever. That's okay. A bit silly, but at least it's not for us to, like, literally backtrack. I mean, we're, like, repurposing the same level with different characters, but some of the stuff seems like it's designed for you to, like, revisit levels multiple times. To sort of grind out all that stuff, which feels a little obnoxious. Also, holy shit, the magic, like, look at how, you can see on the magic bar, under my life bar, the red arrows pointing to the magic requirement for each level of special. It feels like a lot, you know, a lot less than 20%, like, decrease or whatever. Less, more, I don't know. They seem very cheap. Like, look at Soki's meter. Well, okay, never mind. His weapon doesn't even have magic. So. Shit, right there. Those, like, big multi-hit moves, like, it's fucking satisfying. A lot of the combat in this game is just really sick. So, wait, I think Ohatsu could, like, grapple over there? Oh, of course. Wait and recover, so his life goes up. If the AI is just standing there blocking, their life just goes up. Which is, I mean, it's a nice quality of life thing, but it's a little silly. I mean, not that healing is silly because unrealistic or whatever, but it's kind of weird that they will recover health, but it's not like you can do that yourself. You have to, like, swap to the other character and let them do it. Still can't figure out that slam attack you're supposed to. There's like supposed to be some kind of follow-up to the lift. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out.
さあ行こうぜ。
This way? Nope. Then I go this way. Oh, wow, it's almost 7 o'clock already. Man, time flies. We'll keep going for a while though. Oh, fucking archers. I hate archers. There's Ohatsu's swinging thing. What the heck do we do in here? Like, I don't think we can do much about that guy. His down attack is so sick. Like, all of his attacks are sick. Oh, he died. I died. That's game over. A lot more Onimusha games. Well, as far as the main series go, there's not really a lot more, because there's 1, 2, and 3, and then there's this one. And then that's it. And it's even arguable whether this is part of the main series or not. Because... I mean, it's in the Japanese version, at least, it is billed as New Onimusha, and it's so different in so many ways. It might as well be considered like a reboot. There's Onimusha Tactics on the GBA, and there's Onimusha Buraiden, which is the sort of fighting game-esque spin-off. And there's Onimusha Soul, which is, I think, either a phone game or a online something or other, like a service game. Well, there was. I don't think the game's running anymore. So, okay. It didn't seem like I can accomplish much in that room. Oh, okay. I think I just ran past this ladder. Like, it's... I mean, for a while there, it was definitely... It was a series that was pushed very heavily. Because the first game was... it was not a PS2 launch game, but close to it. I think it came out a couple of months after the PS2 launch. And then this game came out in 2006. So in between 2001 and 2006... there were 4 mainline games, the GBA game, and a spin-off. And then since then, there hasn't been much. We talked about this previously, of course, that like, what would a new Onimusha look like? What could it be? And like, what would be the odds of Capcom reviving this series? And I think it's, you know, as with any company like Capcom, they have a library of IP that is... Nothing is ever truly dead. If they can make money on it somehow, they will hold on to it. So... Player up... let's just... It's just a matter of, like, you know, when is the time right, and what form does it take? Of course, the most recent thing Capcom did with Onimusha was the re-release of the original game on current consoles. Which, from the sounds of things, had a kind of surprising amount of effort put into it for what it was. Especially for something that I think, to a lot of people, myself included, came across as a little bit underwhelming. That guy was cool. Okay. Health, thank you. I mean, specifically... on account of just being a re-release of the first game and nothing more, you know. I think a lot of people, you know, coming off of, you know, Devil May Cry HD thing and whatever else. Just a kind of port of the one PS2 game seemed a little, you know, quaint. And I can imagine a lot of people who were like fans of the third game, for example, would kind of look at it and go, oh, this is neat, but I'll, you know, I'll wait for, let's give this to him too. I don't know how he's helped by it exactly, but why not? You know, I'll wait for the bundle with 3 games, or I'll wait for the third one, or whatever. Like, I feel like, relatively speaking, okay. Oh, yeah, all right. I don't know how many people are excited for Onimusha 1 and only Onimusha 1, you know? But I think possibly as a result, it just didn't sell super duper well, and it, by all accounts, seems like it did not perhaps do super duper well. Oh. Short. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, let's do it. Gotta go to the top floor so we can find the shortcut to the underground down here. Makes sense.
休んでよ。
あったよ。
But I think it's you know, basically a matter of time before, you know, whether it's in the next few years or it's 10 years from now, sooner or later, I feel like there'll be room for, I mean, it's a fairly timeless sort of a concept. And I just hope that, you know, in the hypothetical scenario that we were to get a new fucking weird ass hallway here on. I basically just kind of hope that if we were to get a, I'm fucking locked onto the fireball when I try to lock onto this one. But any kind of new Onimusha, if one were to come out today, that it would not be too sullied by AAA isms. But I think Capcom has generally been pretty good. Like, honestly, this game that we're playing right now is probably more sullied by AAA isms of its day than most of Capcom's games are nowadays. I already mentioned before how it was kind of pretty good. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I think I fucked up one move there. Like, Resident Evil 4 is really long. Resident Evil 6, I'm a proud member of the RE6 Defense Force, so like I'm well aware that a lot of people hate that game for a lot of reasons, and a lot of people hate it seemingly without reasons also. But that game is both insanely long because it has like 4 campaigns, but it also has like an insane amount of additional features. It has all these like weird like invasion things and multiplayer modes. Like, you can do co-op, of course, but you can also do like your co-op campaign that you're playing online with someone else can intersect with other people's online campaigns for a couple of specific chapters where the characters like meet up in the game. Like when you're playing the part with like Jake and Sherry where they meet up with whoever it is, Chris and Pierce, or whichever other pair of characters. Yeah, I guess it would be Chris and Pierce. All 4 of those players can be human players if like the stars align. But there's also a mode where you can invade other people's games as like zombies. They had all this integration with RE.net for like user profile type things. It's just like a crazy ambitious game with a lot of stuff. It's just stuff that thankfully is not like particularly intrusive for the most. Like, of course it had a bunch of other stuff like, you know, button mashing QTEs and an overabundance of cutscenes and whatever else that like were certainly AAA isms also, if that is just an expression now. But they weren't the specific kind of AAA isms of today that I can't stand, with the live service shit and, you know, crafting and survival mechanics and loot and whatever else. But looking at a lot of Capcom's output now, when it comes to those particular current trends, I feel like Capcom is just not nearly as egregious with some of that stuff as I would guess. Looking at something like Ubisoft would be like or EA are probably the poster children for that stuff, but you see it in a lot of places. Warner Brothers, certainly, like most big publishers, at least Western publishers. So I guess Onimusha 5 or whatever, if that were to come out today, probably wouldn't be a co-op live game, you know, squad-based shooter with purple legendary armors and shit, but you never know. Okay. Oh, you definitely want to... Let's see here. Blue. Maybe if I do this before... Well, okay. Well, the green... Well, this is fucked. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Yeah, that's the unintuitive move, but it might work out. Well... Yeah, this is not gonna work. So I thought it looked like I just needed to do very intuitive moves here. Yeah, up until that, because now there's 2 moves left, and that's not gonna work. So I'm probably kind of approaching this from the wrong angle here. What if we look at it from over here then? Probably shouldn't have done that, but... See, like, this puzzle box feels more complicated for sure than... Let's see if I can... If I do that... Can I... There's just not... I need one more move. Or I need to get more, like, move things to where they need to go with different moves. Which I may just have achieved. There we go. There we go. And you. So we just, by spending 10 minutes on that, we saved ourselves like 800 gold or whatever. Do not have to spend money to appraise that weapon. We also get, of course, our infinite satisfaction. Generate attack wave. At least we know, can see what that does. Legendary sword the red Onimusha used to fight against the Genma. Wave of power accompanies every strike. Actually, this seems like a hella buff weapon. So this one that has like no magic. Oh yeah, thrust attack's more powerful. Oh, I see. I forgot about that. 62, but like compared to everything else, at level 1, it's already at 40. And we have an energy wave, or whatever it was called, attack wave. And it will eventually give us plus 1000. Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good weapon. I can't, like... and move the camera up, so it's hard to see what the attack wave is. But I don't know, that looks like it's really good. If I go down into the dungeon, I won't be able to come back. There's no like mirror here or anything. Always, well, whatever. What are we gonna come back for? Was it like an item? No, it's just a pot. Let's go. Sure. Oh yeah, this is where we fought him. Roberto's pendant. That's what he was looking for, I'm sure. Yeah, the game does reference certain things from the other games here and there. Like, it's obviously set within the same continuity. I guess we just have to fight our way back. We didn't think to put, like, a rope ladder or something. That's fine, I guess. So we didn't even go... Not that we've been there. Oh, he can't, like, punch it open. Oh, hello. I was trying to down attack him. Didn't take. Yeah, there's some even locations, right? I forgot about that. Test of Valor. Right. Chain crit... Okay. Chain critical. Alright, there we go. I can probably do it better with him, actually. This guy's gonna keep walking, or no? This guy is... No, let me... No, wait, hang on. Where's my ascent? I'm not gonna get a bronze on this at best. I think that was a parry that I got there, but for some reason... There we go. Like, holy shit, this feels so good to do. Nope, nope. If I fucking lock onto Roberto, what's going on here? Wait, oh my god, it doesn't... I see, okay. I thought it would count each consecutive hit. It doesn't matter how many I chain together, I just need to do more than one, and it counts once. I'm not sure if I can, like, obviously the big dude, whenever I guard his attack, it, like, breaks my guard. But I'm not sure if I parry it, if that would work. He might as well just, he's not gonna help me achieve the mission. So he can just kind of block, and I can change if I'm dying. Got Dudley moves, so that's pretty sick. No, dude. Blood spurts. Oh, I didn't chain anything because there was no one behind me. I don't understand why exactly sometimes can descend off of a kick and sometimes not, but... Maybe I just need him to die, actually. Because right now... camera, like... you just block the enemy, making it so hard to see. Of course. All right. Yeah. Let's not have him block. That just made it way harder. Yeah, the corkscrew. Yeah, it's yeah, it's in I'm trying to remember before he's got the corkscrew cross. It's the ultra. Would have been fun to see Dudley in Street Fighter 5. But hey, you know, everyone who sat out 5, I guess you might see them in 6. I've heard, you know, speaking of keeping up with game news and stuff, I've seen more than a few people express some kind of, I mean, I guess some people expectations, in some people's case desires, but the notion of seeing Street Fighter 6 at Capcom Cup, which is now in February, I believe. And personally, you know, I mean, supposedly from all we know, it's, I guess, probably slated for 2023. But I think it's like, it's the same thing when when 5 was revealed at kind of the end of 4's lifespan, that it's fine, like, let 5 have some time. Like, they really don't need to announce or show anything, like, basically right as we've seen or received, like, the last kind of bit of content for 5. Like, let that, you know, just be for a little bit. I mean, like, I've talked about plenty how I have absolutely no rush whatsoever. Oh yeah, I can... This whole thing. Just do that move. I should probably still be alive. Let me just... do that, but we can't use this. Like, I'm in absolutely no rush with Street Fighter 6, but it's inevitable, so I'm excited to see what it's going to be whenever we have stuff to see. But I mean, aside from what would be exciting and new now and whatever, like, obviously, I think even the game's biggest fans will agree that Street Fighter 5 did not launch in a, you know, it was not a good launch. So surely people would not want to see a repeat of that. And on that token, like, take their time. 5 is in a better state than it's been in years, if not ever. So I think if you ever felt the desire to, like, move on from 5, I don't see why now would be, you know, when you feel that way. So we'll see. Alright, let me just focus on this. Can I please get a... Nope, he did. I don't know if I fucked something up or... Dude, I got the parry! Why did I not get the ascent? Can I get the... Yeah, there we go. So sometimes you get it off the special moves as well, which is also extremely satisfying. What exactly triggers it? I'm not so sure. Bronze medal, definitely to be expected. What is my opinion on Cronin? We talked about it quite a bit when we were looking at trailers. I never really cared all that much for K49 or Nameless, so I can't claim that it was a character I was excited to see return in that sense. It is kind of like exciting in a way in that it's definitely not something I really expected. So, you know, consider my expectations shattered, I suppose. It'll be neat to see, like, sort of how they address it with, you know, with story and everything. I think, as with everything regarding KOF 15 news, I'm just interested to see what they do with it and how they treat... Oh, that's where I came from. But here has been said, whatever. Like, what they do with the teams and how people, like, are lined up and everything, or, you know, grouped up. So... it's like, I don't know. Between the three designs, Cronin may be my least favorite, but I don't dislike the design. I think for me right now, like, it's... Oh yeah, we need Yube. It's hard to be too appreciative of the aspects that are kind of neat about the reveal, without being at least a little bit... wishing that it was a character that I would have been personally stoked to see, you know? So... I think, like, Cronin might be neat. I don't think I will be very interested in playing him. Fucking hell. This was, like, the worst level, by the way. Yeah, the online in Street Fighter V is still bad, for sure. And we'll see what it takes to probably not what we're meant to do here, by the way. Never mind, that's exactly what we're meant to do. Okay, that was weirdly easy. I think for sure, like, they've done a surprisingly, you know, a surprising amount of work in improving Street Fighter V in a lot of ways, in a kind of surprising number of ways, while at the same time they very much have failed to address some arguably very fundamental and basic things, which, you know, gets really frustrating. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's fair to be excited for Street Fighter 6 as a clean slate. I think it appears like seemingly anyway that as soon as they had sort of a shift in leadership and personnel, that that Street Fighter V just instantly kind of pivoted into a more promising direction. It's hard to know what the reality is exactly, but it's kind of hard to look at it and not see it that way, at least. Okay, so I guess that's also just for... Oh, fuck. We have a mirror, so I guess we can actually change partners now. Wasn't there a mirror here somewhere? Yeah. So this is where we actually have to do this to make it work. Okay. I mean, yeah, we can, like, we can all hope that everyone sort of gets on board with understanding that you can actually have decently okay online, and that's, like, not just a good idea, but something that would literally kind of make the game playable to a vastly larger audience. Wait, hang... Oh, we could have... I was in, like, the last... Oh, well, whatever. Fuck it. And yeah, I mean, I would hope too that some of what we've seen in like increased communication. I mean, looking at how they themselves, the Street Fighter team, have done like the whatever they call them, update, like fall update type streams and stuff. Like they've been great. The communication just instantly, like, it's been so much better. Stick here. Let's see. So I mean, that's all promising, but at the same time, like, you don't really have any insight into what any of the inner workings. So it's hard to make any kind of predictions or assumptions, in my opinion. But I mean, we can always hope. We can always hope. And I mean, yeah, even if even companies like Arc System Works can sort of understand, get the hang of it. Wait, so there's... Oh no, it's open. I was like, what the heck? There's a puzzle box up there? Because we were here before, but yeah, it's open. Oh, I see. So that's how she gets to that. As far as Capcom, like, using rollback netcode, I mean, Street Fighter V uses rollback netcode. Marvel Infinite uses rollback netcode. Street Fighter Cross Tekken used rollback netcode. They've just basically had various levels of issues or problems with implementations, or just, you know, not being entirely up to snuff. So I don't think there's, and even looking at Tekken and Harada, like, it's, I think it's, again, without having like a ton of first-hand insight, I get the impression that wait. Ah, okay. You're right. Fucking Onimusha 3 camera. There we go. It's a little bit symptomatic of the Japanese game industry of having these kind of stalwarts in charge. Like, it's just culturally, like, being sort of strictly hierarchical seems plausible. And it's, you know, it's not like it's a corporate stance. It's all it takes is some person or another not getting it or not seeing it as an issue or whatever for things to be weirdly, you know what? I probably swap characters back. That worked out. But whatever, we're Jubei now. He's not, maybe not the best character. You can all just hope for a brighter future. Oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have placed her right in the middle of the screen, but that's fine. Yeah, I think it's like, at the very least, it feels like the tide is sort of shifting, because you have Arc System Works with Strive, as well as now the announcements with the Blade Blue games. Them actually seemingly paying attention to like online test feedback. Co-op attack. First time I've actually successfully done that. Alright, that was cool, I guess. Didn't really see much, but it seemed to work well. SNK, you know, someone making sure that a lot of effort is put into updating older releases of older games on Steam and whatnot. Like, it used to be the case that you could look at KI, Skullgirls, and eventually Mortal Kombat as like doing things really well. But now even among like all publishers of all sizes and you know, of all kind of regions, everyone not doing decent online, at least as far as like kind of like rollback. You know, there's so many other things that can be fucked up with lobbies and whatever else. But as far as like making matches playable, everyone not doing that is increasingly appearing to just be kind of left behind. And I mean, it's unfortunate when that includes some of the biggest games, but at least I think we're approaching the point. We're not probably there quite yet, but we're approaching the point where I feel like anyone who puts out a fighting game, if nothing else, are kind of shamed into having to do it, I guess. I don't know. Well, with SNK in particular, right, it's you're looking at kind of different things because you have Code Mystics being like hired to graft that stuff onto old emulated releases, and it's probably not, you probably can't look at that and draw any conclusions about what they will be doing for KOF 15. Like, yes, KOF 15 has some sort of in-house rollback solution, which hopefully by release is going to be good. If not, it can hopefully be patched to be good or be better. But that could be somewhat coincidental. It's kind of like, you know, Capcom released Third Strike Online Edition, which had a good implementation of GGPO. Like, well, yeah, but it was Capcom USA outsourcing that project to Iron Galaxy. So no one at the like core Street Fighter team in Japan probably had any input or gave any shits about it, and they didn't have, they weren't able to say no to anything like on that level probably. And I would suspect it would be fairly similar when it comes to SNK stuff. I mean, obviously that's all speculation on my part too, but knowing what I do know about how that type of stuff tends to work out, like, I think it's, I can tell you for a fact that a company like Capcom outsourcing development of like re-releases, whatever happens at that developer doesn't like propagate to every other company that Capcom is going to be working with. So, I mean, hopefully, when it comes to SNK, for example, hopefully what we're seeing is an indication of a larger trend within that organization to consider this an important thing and having the know-how of how to come up with a good online solution. I'm just saying that we cannot take that for granted that that's the fact just because they put good online into 98 UM and 02 UM, you know? Yeah, and then you had the yeah, like Arc System Works I think is similar to SNK, like actually done some interesting stuff. I mean, I just hope that like DNF Duel and whatever else other shit they be working on, like that's all, you know, that you don't have. It would be funny to think like an MMO based game that some company involved with that would prevent them from come up with those kinds of solutions. But you can look at Dragon Ball or whatever else and say that, yeah, you know, Bandai Namco is in charge. So if they cannot, you know, if Bandai Namco won't give Arc the budget to put that into Dragon Ball or whatever, that's kind of it. But it's just funny to imagine NCSoft or whoever it is that owns DNF, or I mean, hell, I mean, that's the case with Granblue, right? Granblue doesn't have good online either, and it's out of Arc System Works' hands of putting it in there. It's just funny. Funny, like, quirk of fate. But hopefully that will eventually be a thing of the past. K. Dillman. Onimusha goes forward, slowly but surely. It has its ups and downs. I also didn't read that at all. That's fine. Maybe I should have read what that screen said. But I mean, I can't get the move right now anyway, so I guess it's fine. But H splitter. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. That's kind of what I specified also when it comes to, like, online. Do I have to... Oh, yeah, okay, so I have to go with him to switch ally. I see. There's a lot to the online fighting game experience. Far beyond just how it feels when you're in a match. Oh shit, this guy again. And I think that's the thing where a lot of fighting games still struggle. I will say that MK11 is by far the game I've like played the most online, and generally had a good time with, because I'm just like struggling to ever like be in a situation of like setting up a game with friends or like lobbies and all that stuff. Like, it's just, I kind of want to be able to just jump in and play, because that's all I'm likely to ever bother with, frankly. And as far as jumping in and playing, MK11 allowed for a very seamless and easy experience. And I think the Combat League stuff, as far as like ranked modes in online fighting games, was like by far the best I've experienced. Oh, no, okay. I'll let go of block just as those dropped. Being able to come back to the game, you know, every couple of weeks and have like new tangible rewards and stuff, like, it was just really fun. And I think that, like, I know a lot of people had complaints with it in terms of how the ranking worked, and as it being like a poor like measure of skill or whatever. I don't give a shit about that, frankly. All I can say is, like, it was a mode that I found fun to play, an online mode in a fighting game that I enjoyed playing, and I don't think I can like say that about any online mode in any fighting game outside of that, basically. We're basically gone hen now. So impatient. Does this do a lot of damage? I don't know, it's like hard to see. Yeah, okay, it did a chunk. I'm trying to remember if it was worth doing this, but I think it was. I was holding block. I mean, you would think that pandemic times would illustrate quite obviously the need for decent online, but you know, some people just have a very powerful ability to stick their head in the sand. I think a lot of these somehow as well. But yeah, like making the online experience seamless and not frustrating, and being able to like sort of jump in and out of games quickly, hopping into like practice games, like it's just, fighting games in general are just so fucking decades behind in terms of understanding players' kind of needs and expectations. And I say that as someone who doesn't play any other online games either. I'm not even comparing to my experiences playing League of Legends or Counter-Strike or whatever, because I don't. I mean, closest I can get it is, I guess, I played quite a bit of Overwatch for a couple of months, 5 years ago. So it's not even that. It's just that it's my experience playing Street Fighter V, for example, and like, for whatever reason, finding myself basically unable to play that game online for more than like 20 minutes without just being overcome with a sense of frustration. And I think it's going to be super interesting to see what the League of Legends game, fighting game, is going to... Like, it seems safe to assume that that game is going to attempt to innovate and, like... try to come up with, like... What the... Okay, I thought it was, like, attacking the wrong direction. Like, surely Riot has both the resources and understanding of online games and a shit ton of data on like player behavior and expectations and whatever else to realistically be expected to try new things. Solid Snack, welcome. That's a good emote. It's a good emote you got there. Old Rasta. What is my opinion on Fightcade? It's really cool. I don't use it much. I have set up, like, again, I just don't play games online, so I'm not gonna... It's a very big ask for me to, like, jump through any amount of hoops to set up any kind of online game. Frankly. Actually, let's... So even though Fightcade isn't, like, complicated to set up, that's kind of beside the point. It's just that I wouldn't bother to do it frequently. But I mean, it's sick. It's really awesome that they keep adding games and features and stuff, so... It's one of those things where it's just unfortunate in some ways that it's going to be very, very difficult for a lot of commercial projects to compete with it. Not just talking about the fact that you can load up one program with 8,000 games, but just being a unofficial, non-commercial project just means that they are not shackled by the same limitations as a lot of commercial projects are. Or perhaps moral restrictions, I don't know. It's I mean, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. And it's very cool that you can now use it to actually play a lot of games online. But I think it's important to not consider it like a replacement. Like, I think there's a place for commercial releases of any old games too, however you do it. And I hope we could reach a point where everything that's good about Fightcade and how it works can be reflected in commercial products as well. But I think that's, in some ways, maybe difficult. But if nothing else, you know, if commercial releases were all we had to go on, things would be far more dire than they are. All right, so let's see. I'm not sure. I need to like go make some dinner at some point. I've been streaming for like 6.5 hours. I've already kind of gone over. I usually stream till 7. It's 7:45 right now. I'm like pouring between wrapping up to go get dinner and making progress so I can at some point eventually reach the end of this game. Well, we can definitely take a few minutes to do some management here, right? Superb. Solid Snack, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How's this game stack up? It's very different from the other three. I've played through all 4 of them in order over the past few months. And the second one is my favorite for sure. I like all 3 of the first games, but in different ways and for different reasons. All 3 of them have cool things. All 3 of them have somewhat disappointing things or annoying things. Let's see. But this one is really, really different. I think it's hard to say because the things, I don't know. Most of what makes this game unique compared to the others are things that I don't really like. You have all this shit to manage. You have, like, well, healing items and stuff. That's nothing. But if you look at the progression from Onimusha 1, 2, and 3, they're kind of a lot of the game's concepts, and they're just kind of streamlined a little bit game by game. And this game just completely goes in the opposite direction and just over convolutes everything. Like, there's all these weapons. Every character has like 20 weapons. More, it looks like, I guess. I don't know. There's all these like equipment items, and every single weapon on this chart can like you can level up each weapon. I mean, leveling up the weapons, it's always been a thing in this series, but usually you have 3 weapons to juggle. You have 3 weapons, maybe an armor, and maybe your Oni gauntlet. Those are like the 5 things you have to worry about. How to, you know, where do I put my souls? Do I level up this thing or that thing? You know, I want to upgrade the special move on this weapon, so let's do that first, and then I'm going to upgrade my armor, whatever. In this game, it's like that, except instead of 3 weapons, you have like 20 weapons, but you have 5 characters, so that's like 100 weapons, or however many. And each character also has armor that you can upgrade. Luckily, there's not like different armors, which, by the way, means that there's no physical... I mean, Ohatsu got a new costume halfway through for some reason. I mean, that was cool. But there's no, like, upgrading your armor to make your character look cooler. That was... Onimusha 2 was, like, the only game that really did that well. 1 and 3, a little iffy on that part. 4 doesn't do it at all. But overall, like, it's... Your attention is just split over so many different things. And, like, all this shit, like keeping track of stacks and leveling up weapons to various levels and getting specific bonuses is just so much management. There's like a billion like dialogue scenes you can do. Like, there's just, this game is just content-wise so much bigger than the others, and it's definitely not a good thing in my mind. It's not that the writing is all bad or whatever, it's just like the ratio of fun gameplay to tedious management is completely out of whack. The tone is a little goofier, it's so much more kind of anime, it doesn't have the... I mean, the story is like serious and it's not completely, you know, not in line with the other games. But the way it's presented, the way certain characters are presented, and like, it just has a different tone to it. It's also like not as... I mean, the graphics are good. It runs at 60 FPS, super smooth and everything, but like the visual presentation in a lot of ways feels a little uneven and kind of cheap. There's way more dialogue, and even the back of the box like brags about the... what does it even say here? Zensaku Ijo no CG movie to Chouhen event scene. Like, yeah, the game has higher number of CG movies and event scenes than any of the previous games in the series. And like, yeah, that's technically true. Even though we haven't actually seen a lot of those cutscenes. Like, I don't think we've seen any of them almost tonight, but they're very unimpressive looking. The actual pre-rendered CG scenes, we've seen like 2 of them over the, like, our playtime on the save is like 13 hours, and we've seen like 2 cutscenes. The other games we would have completed by now, and we would have seen more cutscenes than we have. Like, so the frequency of these CG cutscenes is lower in my experience. You also have like a bunch of dialogue that isn't voiced. You have a bunch of dialogue that is just like the characters' portraits are shown on screen like this, and the artwork's gorgeous. But like, comparing this, like, yeah, okay, there were maybe less talking scenes in the other games, but when they were there, you knew that they were of storyline significance. The characters were expressing something, they had facial animation, and there was voice acting. So there's just a bunch of stuff here that ends up feeling weirdly kind of flat and cheap, when other stuff is like super elaborate and exciting. So it's just super all over the place in like production value and quality. But the combat is great. The gameplay feels great. When you're in a level that doesn't have a bunch of weird, tedious puzzle solving and backtracking, when you're in a level that's just basically a beat 'em up level where it's just like a series of linear hallways where you just fight enemies, it's great. Some of the boss fights are awesome. The boss fights in the previous games, the cool boss fights were rarely, if ever, cool because of the combat. They were cool because you had like cool set pieces and you know, memorable villains. And in this game, like, you actually have fights that are fun and good fights. So it's a very mixed bag, and like, I didn't like this game much at all at the beginning. At this point, I kind of know what to expect. I'm not finding any of the tedious or, you know, parts that I dislike any less tedious. Oh yeah, we didn't. Let's maybe let's save the. Okay, let's level up and then save, and then let's check out the Dark Realm because I haven't actually done that. There's a shop in this game. Have all this crap. Like, there's just so much of this stuff, which ends up for me distracting from and diluting kind of the parts that are legitimately sweet. It's pretty good. Let's. So it ends up being a more uneven and kind of frustrating experience. And I still don't know how I'm going to feel about it by the end. I have a feeling that by the time I finish this, I'm going to be very glad that it's over, which is not exactly a feeling I had for the other games. I didn't think that I wished them to go on for longer. That's not something I usually feel about games. They ended on a positive note. They had kind of cool end battles and endings. 3 was ended pretty abruptly. I don't think 3 had the strongest final boss fights and endings and everything, but for the most part, they wrapped up sort of satisfyingly. But this game, like I said, the amount of time we have on our save file is equivalent to beating any of the 3 other games, and we still haven't gotten to disc 2. So the pacing of the storytelling and everything suffers a lot from both the game being a bit drawn out, but also so much of it being spent in menus that characters talk about something important, and then before something happens, you just fuck around in menus for an hour. I mean, that's not helped by me talking to chat when I'm streaming, but I did that for the other games too, and I didn't really have the same problem. Do that, I guess. So you just have to, like, spend all this time doing this in between levels, or when you're at, like, the mirrors. Do this to get the moves. Meteor drop. Shoot 4 times in the air. At least we're getting stuff, so the same inputs will at least do something for most characters. Yeah, it's funny, a lot of people have been like, whoa, multiple discs? And I'm like, that's kind of normal, isn't it? I don't know. Obviously, I guess it was more common with CD games. I just don't play a lot of games that would be on multiple discs to begin with. But maybe it's not so common. I don't know. This is actually worth upgrading with him because whenever I got Roberto with me, I'm likely to actually play with him because he's fun to use. Actually, the characters are all, like, none of them are a chore to use or anything. They're actually all pretty fun, as far as that goes. And then we have this. Okay. I definitely do want to upgrade this. At least till we get level 3. Yeah, so it's at 51. Yeah, it's leveling up the damage pretty quickly here. Yeah, it's just a pretty powerful weapon too. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to be focused. Like, am I going to ever, like... Probably want to basically put your focus towards one weapon. Meteor shower. Ice fang. That was a shotgun. Full max attack 20. Ice fang. Spread. That's a different type of weapon. Okay. Actions. That's gonna give like defense, resistance. Not the most exciting upgrade, honestly. Slug weapon. Cannot use magic. Piercing. Okay. I don't even know. Okay, well, let's take a look here. So he got... Yeah, okay. So I actually like these a lot. They don't have the highest attack power, but some good stuff. Well, we should at least... Oh yeah, actually he has... Well, yeah, he can do all levels of magic immediately. But what am I likely to switch them for? Offensive abilities traded for incredible offensive power. Okay, so he even has a minus defense. Attack plus 20. Quickly gain experience. Those are going to be shit otherwise. Yeah, let's not bother with those. Knuckle guards is the default weapon. Skyloves. Attack plus 20 eventually. They're at 47. Okay. Well, let's at least... 2... 57. Yeah, the other one... Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to be basically... Get these to level 5. And, okay, let's see. Soki seems worth putting points into because we'll always have him. Yeah, let's get to only magic level 3. This, I guess. So let's save here again. That was 15 minutes of walking around menus, talking to chat. Let's check out the Bloody Palace. Yeah. Yes, I know. Okay, cool. We actually can do this with multiple characters. Well, let's try Soki. I wonder if it's got... Oh, okay. Like, this game is, like, pretty intense action, a lot of shit going on. Whoa, okay, something hit me. I want to see if maybe I could get a change. I guess I leveled up this weapon a lot, where these guys are just really weak. Die really quick. Oh, it feels so weird. Oh, stop means like cancel, I guess. This looks the same as in the other games, basically, so it's weird to have this free camera here. Ooh. So you obviously don't, well, I shouldn't say obviously, but you don't have to parry to do the ascent. It's just way easier to do it that way. But trying to do it against like arrows is weird. Although I guess you can hit arrows to deflect them. But that was the thing in the other games. I absolutely do want to. Oh shit! All right, just came out of nowhere. This energy wave thing seems pretty good. Oh, this is just a bonus thing. In case this game was gonna not last long enough. Oh, dude, fuck, I got the parry. Stand up, please. Dude, oh! Camera, please. Oh. Right. I'm locking on. Can I please hit him? Can I please aim towards him? Is he gonna attack or come closer at any point? There we go, finally. He didn't attack me, but he went somewhere where I could hit him. But yeah, like, you can fight. Granted, there's like not a lot going on in the environment here. Maybe that helps. There's like pretty big crowds. And the game doesn't skip a beat. Like, it's pretty nice. Dude, yeah, the range on these waves pretty slick. Gold. The game actually tells me which floor I'm on, which also is a nice touch. Like, for all its inconveniences, the game occasionally has some very nice quality of life stuff. Kicked him because he was blocking. Thought I would, like, my theory, I'm not sure if it's true, but because the way the ascent works, if you're not parrying, you're basically supposed to counter hit them, like attack when they're about to attack you. So I guess what's happening is if you hit them with the super when they're attacking you, you can kind of follow that up. And I've been kind of meaning to try that. Holy shit, that feels good. By sort of aggressively trying to do the super or the special move when I see them attack. But I definitely haven't successfully done it to the point where I can like confidently say that that works. I'll fuck around. And like, yeah, the Isen was cool in all the games, but they just made it feel like 50 times sicker in this game. There's just a lot of stuff like that, where the moment-to-moment, like, gameplay of the combat just feels really polished and satisfying in this game. Fucking hell. Wave my sword around. Like in the other games, you can at least shoot an arrow or do something. Oh, dude, that was a parry. What the fuck? Like, the chain instants were in 3, but they were, like, fucking impossible to do. In this game, they made them really easy to do, and it's awesome. Like, of course, you have to set them up. You have to, like, level up the ability to do them, and I guess maybe that's a trade-off. But no matter what, pulling them off feels awesome. Yeah, there's stuff too where you can like mash to absorb souls faster. In general, like absorption is just way faster in this game. With dodge, like the combat overall is like way more elaborate. There's just a lot more stuff. A lot more moves you can do, and you kind of unlock more moves as you go. That wasn't really a thing, I don't think, in the other games. I mean, you find like scrolls in Onimusha 2 that teach you moves, I think. But even then, there was like, I don't know, not a lot of them. I feel like, I'm sure this can still escalate a lot. This is not the first opportunity we've had to enter the Dark Realm. I shouldn't bother. But so far it feels like we're definitely more powerful than the game kind of expects us to be. I mean, we're having enemies start out like behind us now. That wasn't a thing until 4.10 or whatever. Well, we're also fucking getting destroyed here. We're getting a lot of souls for this too. Which is terrible, because now I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should grind. And no, I should not. Even if it is strategically beneficial for me to do so. I should not encourage this kind of thing. Although, the process of grinding is basically uninterrupted combat without all the other bullshit. So, I mean, that's not the worst. Like when the game is the most fun. Because that's the thing, like, this exact concept was in the other games too. And it, I mean, it was fine, but it wasn't. Combat was, you know, compared to this game, I don't want to call it lackluster, but a little more basic. It wasn't quite as involving and exciting. So, in this game, you kind of have both the double whammy of the combat being kind of better, more intense, but also everything that isn't combat being not as, you know, having more kind of tedium to it. Of course, I do feel like things are sort of, I don't know, I just have a feeling that this is probably also going to go on like super long. I don't know exactly, but the other games, I feel like you go to like 420 or something. In 3, they were weird because you have this kind of board game map that you're kind of moving around between rooms. I feel like in this game, because it's this game, it's probably going to go on to like level 300 or some shit. And I'm obviously not going to do that here and now. We're already kind of on borrowed time right here. I guess also, I wasn't even thinking about it, but I guess you don't go till you die. You have to actually leave. We got a treasure chest at some point. I'm guessing that must have been level 10. Maybe we'll go to level 20 and leave it there. So I'm gonna assume that every character's like best weapon is probably found in here. Because in the other games you generally found some kind of quite valuable upgrade or item. And in this game, well, I mean, I guess you have the apparel. But given that they have a system for it with all these different things, like, it's not quite like in the other games where you would have, like, this kind of more unique, bespoke, special upgrade items. But, like, holy shit, like, getting these chain instants, like, I mean, even if I've been complaining about this game for like 2 hours, you land that shit once, and you're like, you know what, this game's pretty fucking alright. That's why I find it so hard to, like, give an overall, like, verdict on this game, because it is simultaneously an annoying kind of slog, and also sick as fuck. Thanks for the follow. Whoa, boy. Oh, I didn't realize that big old cannon was there. Oh yeah, I've got a H-splitter. Big old overhead slash. This moves at a brisk pace at least. It was kind of similar in 3, where each room, each kind of floor went by pretty quickly. In the first 2 games, each wave, like, or each room rather, had like a bunch of waves. It kind of went on for a long time. Not so much in this game. Oh. I wonder if, I mean, I guess XP generally is like shared between characters, right? If I leveled up now, they probably did too. 8,000. Well, I will say this. This is a, if you're gonna grind in this game, this is a more entertaining way of doing it than revisiting older levels. Not those ghost orb assholes. Oh yeah, right, you can pull them towards you. I forgot about that. They showed up like really early, didn't they? Where they taught you that mechanic. Hit him with my projectiles. Also, I just I'm just on autopilot now. I just keep going. Like, the escalation is so slow, I feel like. That I'm suspecting that this might go on for a while here. And the game's also, I feel like, really generous with health refills and stuff. I didn't even look at my Oni meter until now, and I just realized that it's close to empty. At least I just barely have enough for one. Oh, there you go. Still there. Let's go to 25 maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to quit anyway because, again, like you don't want to die. And I guess it's fine. Boost souls. Yeah, the other dude piece down. Yeah, the music is definitely stands out. This music, I don't know. I haven't been paying too close attention to any of the other music, but this kind of jumped out at me instantly. Fucking Bugs Bunny burrowing dudes. I guess if I run of HP, I will activate Onimusha mode. So it's not instantly game over. Gotta work it fast. But I'm not gonna see that. Yeah, look, I'm at 11k souls. Yeah, let's try for 25. Unless someone tells me that it's like level 30 is the max. I strongly doubt that's the case, but I could go that far, but I'm not gonna go to 40, let alone 99. Like, it's enjoyable. I don't mind doing it. It's actually kind of cool. I'm glad that there is this, like, concentrated combat arena. But I both need to go get some dinner. And also, it kind of makes more sense as like a post-game sort of a thing, as opposed to something I want to stop to do. You know, if I wanted the game to last forever, then it would be a different thing, but I very distinctly do not want that. But let me just, yeah, so just double check. So, goofy translation. Level 25. Sure. You got a power jewel and a shit ton of XP and gems, so... Actually, let's, out of curiosity here. He got 3 skill points. No one else did because only he got XP. Okay, so I mean, it definitely seems like XP, it carries over between characters in the main game, but I guess they made it so very specifically. I guess you don't really need more change than that outside of Bloody Palace, but that's fine. They made it very specifically so when you do that, only that character gains, because it would be too easy if other characters could level up, I guess. Yeah, I use this move a lot, so might as well level it up. I mean, fuck it, let's put a bunch of points. I like that, like, it doesn't take longer to to level up when it requires more, it just drains more quickly. It scales after, like, the length of the bar, the item. Good. But I won't be able to do level max, but level 9 at least. Cool. Get this to level 5. Which actually I don't think it's going to do anything, if I think about it, but... Now this just feels like it's really slow because the others were so fast. 5 points left over. Nice, okay. Well, let's save our game again there. And that's going to be it for tonight. Ugh, 20 minutes of bloody palace. Well, this was fun. I'm really tired. I don't know. I've been streaming for 7 hours. It somehow doesn't feel like it, except it also definitely feels like it. As soon as I spend half a second thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I can tell. Onimusha will return on Monday. We're just gonna keep going here, I guess. Reminder, I guess, that I am expecting to stream on Christmas Eve and most likely New Year's Eve as well. I don't think I'll be making other plans till then. Possibly, but most likely not. And I've got something something fun planned for Christmas. We will be doing a little bit of unboxing during Black Friday-ish, not on the around that time. I spent some time on stream browsing for old Japanese games and books and stuff. We were looking at Surugaya, and I made an order, and the order is currently sitting in my warehouse at Zen Market. So I've ordered the packaging of those goods, and we'll have them shipped soon. So, barring any disasters, I should have those items in my possession in time for Christmas. Christmas meaning the 24th, of course, because I'm Swedish. And we'll be doing some Christmas present unboxing, again, unless we have some real issues with the stuff not arriving. But I also have another kind of theme planned for Christmas, which I will not divulge at this moment. I need to do some prep to see that everything is going to work out. But I have an idea that I think fans of the channel will enjoy. It is my hope that we will finish Onimusha 4 until then, but if not, we'll play this for as long as it takes, and we will finish this game. And I'm looking forward to that. I am enjoying this game despite my grievances with it. It's just very long. We will continue our efforts to conquer this game on Monday from 6 p.m. Central European Time. Until then, take care and have a nice rest of your weekend. Before I let you all go, let's figure out where we're gonna send you guys. Let's see. Tana's doing a charity stream of some sort. That sounds like a good cause. Let's hop on over to his channel and see what he's doing. So, as I said, I hope you guys are gonna have a nice weekend. Take care and everything. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out, and I'll see you guys Monday, or whenever else you happen to tune in next, I suppose. Thanks for watching. Bye.